I've been with my wife, baby mother, if you wish, but no, she is my wife on paper. We got married, but now, she's just my baby mother. We were together for coming up to 11 years, and we've had our ups and downs. It hasn't been perfect, but we've got two kids together. And last year, October, she told me she wanted to have a divorce. So, when we discussed why, she said it's off of the back of things that I've done in the past. I'm not a saint. I've never cheated on her, but I am I'm quite flirtatious, if you
Okay.
understand what I mean. So the whole social media thing is kind of fucked up relationships. You know what I mean? Instagram, the interaction is a fucking love heart. You know what I'm saying? You like a picture, it shows you a love heart. In a
Mm-hmm.
woman's eyes, it's deeper. Like to a man, it's just a like. To a woman, it's a heart. You know what I mean? If I send, I don't know, an emoji with love heart eyes, to me, that's just an emoji. To a woman, that's me interested in the woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, but cut a long story short, we've had our trials and tribulations. We sat down, we spoke like adults and said, you know what, going forward, things will change. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna try to get rid of my little boy ways, if you wish. You know what I mean? And mature as a man because I'm only 31. Like I said, I've been with her 11 years, so I met her when I was like 20, maybe 32 this year. So I was probably about 21 when we met.
Mm-hmm.
We've known for the last 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, when she told me she wanted, well, at first she didn't say she wanted a divorce. She said she just wants her space, right? So I was willing to give her space. I said, all right, cool. You know, I'll go back to my mom's for a bit, whatever. Just give you your space, you get your mind right.
Mm-hmm.
As much as she's my wife and the mother of my kids, and I love her. As a man, we still gotta try to keep our pride. We can't be there begging, and you know what I'm saying. So if a girl tells you she needs her space, you give her space. You know what I'm saying. But where it kind of went left, right? The whole time I'm trying to, give her what she wants because I felt guilty because she told me it's off of the things that I had done in the past and talking to other women and shit. But I get to find out that she was also talking and not only talking but meeting up with her ex-boyfriend.
Mm.
So now when she tells me she wants a divorce, I'm thinking, well, is it really off of what I've done, or is this just your getaway plan? Your get out plan from the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Because this dude she's talking to, she's known before we even got together. You understand?
Okay.
So now it's like kind of like a limbo stage where for the past 2 months, I've been over here at my mom's. Um, and, she's still there with the kids. I see them with co-parenting. But like, I guess my question is, do you guys think it's really because what I've done? And like you said, just a minute ago, maybe this guy was hitting her up, and then waiting for a time where we can fuck up so he can get in? Or do you think it's yeah, like I'm saying, do you think it's me? Or do you think it's her?
I'm gonna say real quick because this is my
Mm,
soapbox that it doesn't matter what we think or what you think about what she's thinking.
mm,
Communication is the most important thing. You should know you 10 years and you got two kids. You should
mm,
know very clearly what she's feeling about you, and and if it's the social media thing, I can't imagine social media can really muck up 10 year relationship with kids, but definitely that wrench of her going back to an ex is definitely
Mm-hmm.
that's an issue for sure. But
mm.
are you not talking to her at all? I know she wants her space. You're living at your mom's, but you're not even.
We only speak when it comes to the kids, because like she told me this last year October, right? And we're now what in April. So from October till now, I'd say from October till about December was me trying to figure out like how we can fix it. I'll be real with you. That was me kind of like in my begging stage, like, you know, I love you and let's work this out and I'm sorry and blah blah blah. You
Mm-hmm.
know, 'cause I'm not trying to throw away what we had. Come on, 10 years, 2 kids, you know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, there's only so much I can do, so much I can say. If she doesn't want to keep it going, you know what I'm saying? But the one thing that I can be, you know, straight about, and she could also be straight and honest about, is that in those 10 years, as much as I've had my downfalls and flirted with other women, there hasn't been a woman in this world that's ever called my girl's phone to say, "Oh, you know, he said he was my man," or you know, like he said he was single, or she's gone in my phone a couple of times. That's how she's found out about these other girls and that, yeah. But at the same time, there's never been something that indicates that I'm fucking something else. There's no text messages saying, "Oh, your pussy last night was mad," or "I can't
Mm-hmm.
wait to get your head again," or you know what I'm saying. So even when I say that to her, and I'm like, "Look, all right, cool. I'm not saying what I've done doesn't matter, or your feelings don't matter. But in the world we're living in, yeah, it could be much worse if we're being real. For a man who's my age when I met her, 21, in 10 years to never cheat,
Mm-hmm.
I
Why
think
you
I
keep talking
deserve a
about
pat
cheating?
on
Is
the
she
back.
telling? Is she telling you that she can't deal with you fucking around?
She's basically saying, yeah, like I said, the reason why she wanted to split up is because I've broken her trust more than once. And I get it. Me saying that I won't talk to other girls and I end up talking to them, that is a break of your trust. However, I'm not crossing that line of adultery or, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, to me, it's like, it's just flirting. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you never met up with those girls.
No, not once. Not once. And it's also like a thing of like, I'll be real, a lot of us men do it. It's like, we're trying to see if we still got it, you know?
I
It's
mean,
like,
what I
when you, go on, sorry, Melli.
oh, you're fine. What I think at the end of the day, because we're not gonna know. She might not ever tell you what the thing is. So you can go and ask her straight up, yo, is it really this or is it that? And then we'll see what she says. But you gotta decide what you want to do.
Mm.
Then you go and tell her what you want. If you want to stay, try to work it out, you tell her, I want to work it out.
But
If
what if she don't want to work it out? What am I
then
meant to
it's
do?
done. Leave that shit alone. Like she already moved on. She already I,
Mm.
I'm sorry, I'm talking crazy. I was gonna say she already fucking another dude, but it's like
Mm.
I understand it's kids involved, so that shit is tough. But if she's moved on, you cannot like try to force it. It's not gonna work. Two people have to want it, want to fix it for it
Yeah.
to go to the next level. So to me, it would be like actually we don't care what she's thinking as far as did she leave you like quote unquote because of she can trust you because of what you do online, or is it
But
because her ex-boyfriend is back around? We don't really
but
care.
don't you think anyone in this situation deserves a bit of closure?
I hear, but the closure you need to get it for yourself. Like it, to me, the closure would be like, yo, I want us to work out. What are we doing? If she said I don't
Mm.
want to work out, you leave it alone. That's closure. You don't need to know if it's really you fucked up or her. Like that won't do anything for you.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like you should know by now. You said from October to December you were in begging phase. Like again, this is 10 years relationship, two
Mm.
kids. Like I don't think Instagram makes a woman want to leave that comfort that that for just because you sending messages or you just trying to
Yeah.
prove to yourself you're the man. Like she has to be telling you something that you're missing. You say, "Hey, baby, I want you
Mm.
back," and she says, "Stop talking to these hoes." Like, is it that simple? It can be that simple.
No.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I would say, before we had kids, everything was good. She couldn't keep her hands off me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'd be on public transport and I'd be telling this girl, leave me alone. Because if I get hard on this train right now, everybody's going to see. Or shit like that. Like, we had these little, you know, we had fire, we had spark. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, she gets the kids now. She gets what she wants. We get our house, whatnot. Like, I don't want to sound like big headed or anything, but I kind of upgraded her life. Because when I met her, she was down. You know what I'm saying? I always had money in my pocket, so I upgraded her life, right? Then COVID happens. I lose a job where I was making 6, 7 grand a month. And then it's like from there, it was just like this downhill spiral, yeah, of where it's like, all right, I'm not making the same amount of money. I've, I was in a bad car accident. I also lost one of my good friends. I was going through a lot of stress. And it's like, when you take your vows, they say through sickness, through health, and richness and poor and all that shit. And like I'm saying, when she was down, I always held her up. And then as soon as the shit turned around, it's like, yeah, well, I'm going to go and talk to that nigga now. You know what I'm saying? But what about the 10 years? What about the 2 kids? What about everything we built together? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I know who I am in terms of, like, once again, I'm not trying to be too bossy or big-headed, but a lot of the reason why a lot of this flirtatious shit happens is because of how I look, and I'm a good-looking guy. So even when I'm minding my business, girls are throwing shit at me, and I'm weak to it. You know what I'm saying? Like
that you need to get under control.
Yeah. No, of course, and I think this is a big learning curve because it's like I've learned my lesson, but at the same time, I'm not someone that will have a problem and not mention it. You know what I mean? So no matter what it is, it could be my girl, my friend, my mom, my dad. If I got an issue, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna put it on the table. And like I'm saying, before we had the kids, everything was cool. As soon as the kids come now, it's like that same love and attention she used to give me faded. And I get it, hormones and shit changes after women have children. But if I have to sit you down every other month and say, like, yo, like, I got needs, I got urges, and you're not attending to them like you used to, and now I've got other women out here that are willing to do so. If there is now some type of flip that happens, or I become weak to it, and I've also told you what my weakness is, and you're not trying to, you know what I'm saying?
I think
this is different. Yeah,
to me, that's a cop out. Even if you tell her, yo, I need you to do this for me, and she doesn't do it, that doesn't give you a pass to go talk to other women. If she's not provided what you need, you leave her.
But we're talking 10 years, Melli, man. It's not 10 months. We're talking 10 years. And out of that 10 years, we've been married for 8.
But you're still not supposed to be cheating.
But I wasn't cheating, though. That's what I'm saying. I've never put my dick in no other woman.
I think you're looking too small because you just introduced a bunch of new stuff into this that definitely adds context to the situation. Not only you getting in an accident, you losing money, you being down, but also you putting shit on the table and letting her know that maybe she's not upholding her end sexually or whatever. There's a lot of stuff in that. And so to Melli's point, you need to figure out what you want, like first and foremost. And if it is her, then what you were doing from October to December, you need to do that from, April to next December. Like you need to let her know that you want her. This is the mother of your children. This is your girl. You want to go continue with her and figure out what it takes to make that happen. And to Melli's point again, if she's already kind of in some new headspace and got some new dude, you're going to have to make peace with that too. But right now, I think the focus is figuring out what it takes from somebody that she has that kind of history with to reconcile it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's counseling, whatever. You don't need to be on your knees.
I've mentioned all of that. I've mentioned that to her, man. I said, look, we're young. We met each other young. Like, all the adult shit that people do, we done together. The first house we ever lived in outside of our parents' home was together. The first children we ever had are the children we had. The first marriage we ever had was with each other. So it's not like we've experienced any of these new things with other people to learn our mistakes. All the mistakes we've made was in this relationship. And now that we're trying to, or me, I can't speak for her, but now that I'm learning from my mistakes and becoming a better man, and she could see that, it was so confusing to me, Matt, because like I'm saying, when I was out there fucking around, not fucking around physically, but, messing up, talking to other girls, it's like I had more love from her. You know what I'm saying? Like she had this kind of, I might be able to lose him. So, she done more for me when she realized I was getting all this attention from other bitches and that. But now it's a thing where once I started to become the good guy, and giving her exactly what she told me she fucking wanted, now it's like, oh no, I want a divorce. So this is why it's confusing. Women say they want a good guy. When you're good, they move mad. But then when you're bad, they move good.
I'm sorry, you were not so good in some areas.
But I'm saying 10 years, man. It's not for 10 years that I've been talking to other girls, you know.
I mean, I don't care if I tell you once or twice, stop talking to bitches in the DMs and you don't do it, it's gonna be repercussions, you know? It's
But what
not.
if I tell you to do something and you're not doing it? So we both have the things that, look, you don't want me to talk to other girls, and I want you to give me the same sexual energy you used to before we had kids. You're not holding up to your word, and you
With,
expect me to hold up to mine.
with the kids, you know, that's a lot of people don't really talk about that. But when women have kids, not to give her any type of excuses, but it really changes something in your body, in your sex drive. You know, it's a bunch of shit. So her not giving you the same sex that she used to give you before marriage, before the kids, that's not always the women's fault, you know? Not saying
Mm.
it's your fault either, but it's just like nature happened to her.
And to your original question, now that we have a little bit more context around it, I would say, like, based on your, you know, you saying it's confusing and everything, it might really just be that she has somebody in her life distracting you. And there's two ways you can do it. You can go the Melli route where it's fuck that bitch, it's time to move on, or you can really work to get back in her face, because your 10 years and your kids mean a lot more than whatever, you know, little distraction that she's getting from her ex.
Yeah.
We'll just see how long.
And the craziest part of it all, this ex has got 7 kids. So
Oh my
you want to leave me your husband that you got 2 kids with for a nigga that's got 7 kids and multiple baby mothers. That's crazy to me.
He's
You
talking
get me?
that talk. Whatever he's saying to her, he's talking whatever he needs to say. So
But
again,
they,
you don't have
like
to
I'm
be
saying,
this.
they've known each other from before me. They used to date in high school. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, how long
I
she
would have, I would have even felt better if it was a new nigga, because then I say, you know what? It's a new dude. It's a new experience. You're probably excited. But for once, it's someone that was already your ex, that's already also got 7 other kids, and da 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 da. You understand?
I mean,
So it just don't make sense.
that also shows you the type of woman she is, dude.
Nah,
You know,
for real.
it does.
Nah, for real.
Like a woman that's gonna go for a dude who has 7 kids and leave her husband, that's out of control. Like to leave her husband for a dude that has 7 kids that she dated in the past, like going back to something old that didn't work, to me that's crazy. And he got 7 kids. I can't.
So
It's
like
not
I'm saying,
logical.
Melly, I really feel that this whole, if we're being real, I always say men can't go back in life sexually. Like if my bitch now gives me head, my next girl better give me head too. And I feel women can't go back in life financially. Like if you're with a nigga right now that drives a Lamborghini, you're not gonna go for a next nigga that has a fucking Ford Focus. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing where as soon as that money's changed, like I'm saying, I used to make 100 grand a year.
Yeah.
Once that changed, it was like, oh, everything changed. But instead of looking at the value of me as a man and not the value of my pocket, you understand what I'm saying?
Bruh, if she's getting her space and she's dealing with this dude, she's dealing with this dude. But this dude's
It is
got
what it
7
is.
kids. This dude's probably got some issues he's gonna have
Yeah.
that are going to come up in their relationship. So again, if you are really serious about her and this relationship, that seems like my theme for today. You just gotta be consistent, persistent, and intentional about what you want, bro.
Yeah.
And if it's just, and it's a two-way street. Like, she can say no all she wants, and you can be persistent all you want. But if that's just what it is, then at some point it will
But
be what it is.
what
But
I was gonna do is just kill her with success. You know what I'm saying? Just leave her be and work on myself and make her realize what she lost. You get me? And be the best I can be for my kids.
That's great too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
But
think that's great. But I don't think that should be something
it's
that,
already too late though.
yeah, you shouldn't be using that to get her back. If
Nah,
you're
nah,
trying to
nah.
get her
Either
back,
way,
you
that's
should go
something
get
we
back.
have to do as individuals. Either way, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because, like I'm saying, I know who I am because I once was that person. But we all have our little bumps in the road. But now that I'm getting back to where I used to be, is when she's gonna realize, oh yeah, I had a lottery ticket and threw it away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's
Yeah.
good you have kids and you have that history. But even if you
Mm.
got a lottery ticket, if she's coming back to you on some lottery ticket shit, that's a problem too. Just
Exactly.
be
So
careful of
when I
that too.
really look at the whole situation, I'm sorry to keep you. Like, I'm gonna go after this. I know I've been rambling, but when I look at the whole situation over time, I really feel that she played me in it. Like she saw that, yeah, this guy's a good looking guy. If I have kids with him, then they'll be nice looking kids. He's got money in his pocket. He's got status. He's got this. So she got everything she needed from him. And yet it was like she fucking sucked me dry, physically and spiritually. And
Mm-hmm.
then got to a point where now it's like, yeah, I got what I needed, and now I'm gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Okay. Well, good luck to you.
Yeah.
yeah.
If that's what she's looking for, then it's not gonna be what the 7 kids do, bro. So
Yeah.
just take that time. Take that time and try to keep at her.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
will see how it goes and keep you updated.
All right. Thank
Good.
you.